Today is Sunday. I always play dance hall on Sundays, man. I always play dance hall music on Sundays. But I'm gonna try to hurry up and get to this. So who in the building? Who in the building? Thug Belly in here. I'm gonna hurry up and get to this. I wasted a minute and 40 seconds. Now this is to my dear brother. His name is All Wise and Civilized Entertainment. That's his YouTube channel. All Wise and Civilized ENT Entertainment. And this is what he had said. I want y'all to really listen to this. And go to my channel. Go to my video, Jay-Z versus Tupac, and look for that. All Wise and Civilized ENT. All Wise N, and it's a letter N, Civilized ENT, when you get a chance, you know what I mean? And then have a thorough discussion with him. But before before y'all do that, I just want you to hear this comment that he says to me. Now listen up. He says, you never hear anyone trying to convince people that G-Rap, Big Daddy Kane, Biggie, Cannabis, Razkaz, or Jay are quote-unquote lyrical. Why? Because it's obvious. Only Tupac fans, man. LOL. Try to change the entire history of rap to make Pac some wordsmith 30 years later. We all like and respect 50 music, but I'd be a damn fool trying to make it seem like 50 Cent is bar heavy all of a sudden because I'm a fan and he had a few slick lines here and there. Totally disingenuous argument. In 94, Jay was still perfecting his style. By 96, he had lapped Pac by dropping a classic debut. Reasonable Doubt is better than Tupacalypse. Volume 1 is better than Strictly for My Niggas. And Streets is Watching is better than Thug Life Volume 1. Of course, that's my opinion and preference, but I think any objective listener would agree Reasonable Doubt is superior to Pac's debut. I listened to Pac. I was there. Pac wasn't making nobody rewind bars, LOL. Niggas respected Jay's bar off the first album and still quote lines from Reasonable Doubt today. Can't say the same for Pac in 91, 92. In 89, 90, 91, Pac was still wearing dashikis and medallions, so he may not have changed his flow, but he had changed his image, and some would say sold out to embrace the street image. So you can't knock Jay for finding his lane late. Music was transitioning from conscious to gangster. Pac is the poster child of the industry change that happened. Jay came in more so capitalized off the new ethos with Reasonable Doubt out the gate. You can't compare the two year by year because they're not really contemporaries. It's like trying to compare LeBron to Tatum. One on his way out, one on his way up. But if you want to compare first release, Jay wins. Reasonable Doubt is a classic versus Tupacalypse is Since 96, Hove has been held to high esteem universally by other lyricists. Pac, on the other hand, even his biggest supporters and friends like Shock G and Money B have said Hove, Biggie are better rappers. What are we talking about? Now, Thug Valley, call it clean. Anybody, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that clearly? Let me know if you heard that clearly. Well, anyway, I'm about to go in on what he's saying. Yeah, you know what I mean? Slim 400, you probably just now getting in. But I'm about to go down and break this dude comment down. This is his opinion. But he came to my Jay-Z versus Tupac video, and I feel like majority of the things he's saying is very illogical. Now let's start right here. He says, you never hear anyone trying to convince people that G-Rap, Kane, Big, Cannabis, Rakas, or Jay are lyrical. Why? Because it's obvious. My thing with that is Tupac, I don't know how many times I got to reiterate this. Tupac never said he was the best rapper. He never said that. He never said that. And it's like people forget when Me Against the World dropped, this dude was accused of rape. He got shot up and he went to prison. At what point in time? So he's criticizing Tupac's first album, which is a revolutionary conscious album. There's no braggadocious hip hop shit on there. And then he's comparing it to Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt 1996 album to Tupac's debut album in 1991. It just doesn't make sense. Tupac was evolving. At least Tupac was on. I can say that. At least Tupac had an album deal. Jay was in the process of still looking for an album deal at that time, bro. Why he's evolving with that fast rhyme talk. But I don't want to get too far off the point. So he says, again, let me say, you never hear anyone trying to convince people that G-Rap, Kane, Big, Cannabis, Rakas, and Jay are lyrical. Why? Because it's obvious. Only Tupac fans. Rakas, that nigga came on later in the game, and so did Jay. Oh my God, bro. So he says only Tupac fans. The only time we started doing that, or I'm going to speak for myself, the only time I started doing that, when people started discrediting Tupac lyricism, I was just like, yo, what the fuck are these niggas talking about? Tupac ain't lyrical. Now, let's go back. Let's define lyrical. Define lyrical.
Here's the definition of lyrical, of literature, art, or music, expressing the writer's emotions in an imaginative and beautiful way.
Now, this is the definition of lyrical. Expressing the writer's emotion in an imaginative and beautiful way. Let's look up the word lyricist. Let's see what that is. I never looked that up, but let's just see what they say. And I know people gonna be like, see, you going to buy their definition. We going to buy the hip hop definition of lyrical and lyricist. Lyricist. A lyricist is a person who writes the words to a popular song or musical. According to these definitions, a lyricist is a person who writes the words to a popular song or musical. That's a lyricist. Let's go back to a lyrical. A lyrical means expressing the writer's emotions in an imaginative and beautiful way. So when the first one song I could think about, and this dude said, I got to go back because he said something about nobody was quoting. What did he say in there? Because I'm skipping shit. I swear to God, this comment pissed me the fuck off, bro. I really wish this dude, but I'm going to send this link to him. This whole video is about you, All Alive and Wise. I know you watching it right now, fam. What did you say? What did you say? So you can't knock Jade? No. Oh, and 89 was still wearing dashikis and medallion. Maybe they changed it so you can't knock Jay. Pac is the poster child. Nope, that's not really the one. Pac was making nobody rewind bars. That's totally untrue, my nigga. You know what I mean? I went out there, I bought his album because of the song Trap. Based on what he was saying was so relevant. It was so relevant. What are you talking about when you say nobody was rewinding bars? When you're talking about conscious revolutionary music, we're rewinding bars, fam. That just doesn't make sense. I don't give a fuck if it was Poor Righteous Teachers, Lakim Shabazz. You know, if it was conscious and it was even if it was Grandmaster Flash and the Furies 5 and Melly Mel, The Message, when it was something conscious, I'm rewinding that. It don't gotta be what Big Daddy Kane was spitting. It don't gotta be let it roll, get bold, I just can't hold. It don't gotta be that. When Big Daddy Kane did Young, Gifted, and Black, when he did Lean on Me, that's conscious shit. I rewinded that back. When you do conscious shit, I rewind that back. What are you talking about? And then on top of that, Brenda's Got a Baby? That goes right back to this definition. Lyrical. Brenda's Got a Baby, expressing the writer's emotions in an imaginative and beautiful way. Did not Tupac do that? Tupac wrote, according to Omar Epps, Tupac wrote Brenda's Got a Baby on the set of Juice. So while he's making a movie, about to create history, don't even know he's about to create history, this dude is in the process of writing rhymes. And let's go back a little further. When Tupac said when he had his first job, he worked at a pizza shop, and then he also was bagging groceries. So he said at times it was slow. The only thing he would do was just write rhymes. And you know what I mean? That's what he did in the process. This is a young teenager, bro. And he probably was writing some conscious shit right there. And he probably was working on his skills. He probably was working on his skills at that time. You know what I mean? Everybody, you know, yeah, I just want y'all to hear this, man. Like everything, all your comments, just please, let this be related to this. And like I said, when we get done, go to my video. Jay-Z versus Tupac, 90, 93, 94. And look for the comment, all wise and civilized entertainment. So that's all, A-L-L, wise, W-I-S-E, the letter N, civilized, C-I-V-I-L-I-Z-E, entertainment, which is abbreviated E-N-T. Look for that and have a discussion. Just don't be disrespectful to the dude, because we got to show them that we're better than you. You know what I mean? But let me get back to this. So right there, what the fuck did I leave off? I left off saying lyrical. That's what lyrical means, bro. And Tupac expressed in an imaginative way. That song was beautiful. And then you add the video to it. That song blew up Tupac's album. And for him to say that Shock G and Money B felt that Biggie and them was better rappers, he's taking that out of context, because purely Shock G said Biggie rhymes with the BRG, BA, PO. He said he rhymes for like that. You know, he had the ill flow. And he said Tupac comes from the gut, giving you that raw emotion and shit like that. He wasn't trying to be all wise and civilized. Tupac was not trying to be the best rapper. All these rappers that you mentioned, Kool G Rap. I don't even want to say Kool G Rap was trying to be the best rapper, because he only got a couple of songs like It's a Demo. People in the audience, Kool G Rap is my name. I write rhymes and insert them inside your brain. And DJ Polo, the man up a sign, he's the record something rocking my rhyme, because it's a demo. It's a demo. That was just a demo. I don't even remember Kool G Rap really bragging like that. The only time I remember Kool G Rap bragging on some hip hop shit, nigga, you talking to a nigga that's 50 years old, bro. I know my shit, family. I know my shit, all wise and civilized. So when you talking about Kool G Rap, there wasn't too many songs. And this is from the first album, Road to the Riches. You know what I mean? Road to the Riches was about hustling, my nigga. He had a song called Truly Yours. Was it about a chick in the hood who caught AIDS and messing with a gay dude? But he had a song called Men at Work, where he went crazy. On the bars. I know that. Big Daddy Kane, the same thing. Big Daddy Kane, and mind you, at this point in time, you talking about Kool G Rap and Kane, this is 86. Big Daddy Kane is 54, 55 years old. At that time, Big Daddy Kane was probably 18 or 19. Tupac he was 4 years younger than that. Tupac was 15 or 16, the same age as me, listening to Big Daddy Kane, listening to Kool G Rap, listening to these dudes spit braggadocious shit. Young man. And within 2 years after that, Big Daddy Kane debuted in 88. 3 years later, Tupac got an album deal. That's incredible. You should just applaud the young brother just for that, bro. Big Daddy Kane debuted in 1988. Rakim debuted with an album in 1987. His second album was in 1988. Kool G Rap debuted with his first album in 1988. KRS-One debuted with his first album in 1987. Just 4 years after KRS-One debuted, Tupac debuted. 3 years after Big Daddy Kane debuted, Tupac debuted. The same with Kool G Rap. That's incredible. Applaud that young brother, man. Instead of hating on him, applaud that young brother for coming up. Instead of hating on him. Come on, man. I ain't done yet, bro. Let me see if I'm done. Let me see if I'm done with this. So you never hear anyone trying to convince people that Big Daddy Kane, Kool G Rap, Cannabis was definitely bar heavy. Cannabis is a dope MC. Cannabis was definitely rapping his ass off. Cannabis debuted in 1997 on the Lost Boys track with the Lost Boys and Redman. And Cannabis had a long ass fucking verse. And he bodied it. Cannabis even had a battle with LL. We all know this. Second round knockout. And did he win? Yeah, I give it to Cannabis. LL wasn't scared. LL's a battle rapper. He wasn't scared. That's good. That's how hip hop is. You know what I'm saying? And LL is lyrical. LL is a lyricist. According to these definitions, LL is lyrical. When you paint songs like Big Old Butt, Going Back to Cali, Mama Said Knock You Out, Around the Way Girl, Jiggling Baby, I'm Bad, all them shits is lyrical. Just to let you know what lyrical means, bro. But unless you want to use the hip-hop definition, hip-hop, the lyrical definition in hip-hop means when a nigga is rhyming like this, lyrical, miracle, spiritual, individual, visual, that complexity and all that other shit. You know who we got that from? Rakim. We got that from Rakim. Rakim set the standards. Before that, a lot of people was just like, with the technical skills was just rhyming like, let's go back, like Kumo D. It worked my nerve when I heard a sucker rapper I know I serve running around saying you in the best. That's how Kumo D was rapping at one point in time. Melly Mel, broken glass everywhere. People get to know the station like they just don't care. I can't take the step, I can't take the noise. Like, come on. Run DMC was rhyming like this. My Adidas walk through concert doors and walk all over Coliseum floors. I stepped on stage at high A, all the suckers pay, and the suckers got. That's LL was rhyming like I need a beat. The Beastie Boys is rhyming like, now here's a little story I got to tell about three bad brothers. That's how these niggas was rhyming. So a lot of these people were rhyming. Then Rakim came in the game. I came in the door. I said it before. I never let the mic magnetize me no more. Just biting me, fighting me, and writing me a rhyme. I can't hold it back. I'm looking for the line, taking off my coat, clearing my throat. Rakim changed the game. And then when he came out with his debut, Paid in Full, I ain't no joke. I used to let the mic smoke. Now I slam it when it's done and make sure I'm broke. When it's going up a song, but I won't let nobody press up or mess up the scene I set. I like to stand in the crowd and watch the people wonder, damn, think about it. Then you understand I'm just an addict, addict to music. Maybe it's a habit. I gotta use it, even if it's jazz or the quiet storm and get the beat up converted. Watch this part. Watch what Rakim says right here. I write a rhyme and graffiti in every show you see me in. Deep concentration, cause I'm no comedian. Jokers are wild if you want to be tame. I treat you like a child and you're gonna be named another enemy, not even the friend of me. That's how Rakim was rhyming, nigga. Rakim changed the game. Rakim changed the game. There was nobody rhyming like Rakim. And then Big Daddy Kane got a taste of that and he was just like, yo, Big Daddy Kane was just like, yo, I gotta be a little different. So him and Biz Markie, they came out with that song, rhyming with Biz. And Big Daddy Kane was like, check it out, y'all. You don't stop. It's the Kane in the flesh. Of course I'm fresh. Or you thought that I was rotten? I beg your pardon for me getting paid and getting busy altogether. So the man of my ambiance, never can I be weak. Yo, I'm rather unique. I got style, flavor, plus a great ability to. And I be using it that many can manage. So a brother like me, I do damage just by picking up the mic and go solo. I cold turn the party on now. And oh, yo, I get physical, mystical, very artistical, giving party people something funky to listen to. That's how Big Daddy Kane was rhyming, my brother. That's how, what up, degenerate? That's how Big Daddy Kane was rhyming, my brother. You know what I mean? Spitting those bars. That's 1986. That's 1986. We all listening to this. That was in my age bracket. Tupac was listening to this. Tupac and Big Daddy Kane made a song together, and Tupac got busy on that shit wherever you are. He got busy on that shit. But let's stick to the point, bro. Who think you talking to it over here, fam? Where I'm at, 21 minutes of this shit. And then he says, Razkaz. I don't know when Razkaz debuted. I know he's a West Coast MC. I never really heard none of Razkaz's songs like that. You know what I mean? Never heard him. No disrespect to him. You know what I'm saying? I know he even expressed that he was a little shook thinking that Tupac was going to diss him or hit him up and stuff like that and all this other shit. But these niggas, whatever. And then Jay-Z. And Jay-Z, on this particular video that you responded to, all wise and civilized, you know what I'm saying? The video was based on when Styles P said that Jay-Z is better than Tupac. And I'm like, how? And the reason I had to, because I'm sitting there like, how? And he did the same thing you're basing it on. You're taking the Reasonable Doubt album debut and comparing that to Tupac's debut. You could do that, but the music is different, the beats is different, the rhymes is different. Jay-Z wasn't rhyming like that in 96, bro. Now let Jay-Z would have made an album in 1991. Let him would have debuted in 1991. That shit wouldn't have been nothing like Reasonable Doubt. Jay-Z would have been rhyming like brickety breaking, jiggity breaking, jiggity flick the horn, brickety breakity, brickety breakity, brickety brickety bond. I'm jiggity J, jiggity A, jiggity Y, jiggity. Get the fuck out of here, my nigga. You wanted to hear that shit? You wanted to hear Jay-Z rhyme like that? A whole album? He wasn't even talking no hustling shit in 91. He wasn't talking no hustling shit when he was on with Jazzo doing the Originators. Who want to hear a whole album like that? That's why he ain't get signed then. In 1991? You know how many albums was out? You had by that time, it was a lot of albums that dropped in 90, and I can't really recall all the ones that dropped in 91. Let the Rhythm came out. Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em came out in 1990. I'm the arsenal. I got a terrorist, a lyrical ammo. Rambler's gonna get him. Build a piano. Bring a bulletproof vest. Nothing can ricochet. Ready aim at the brain. Cause what the temple shades. Feel the cypher. Felt like a rifle. Massage your melodies. Might go rifle simultaneously like a Uzi. Nothing can bruise me. He said, so reload quickly and you better hit me while I'm letting this feed get with me and step in the 007 better big and snappy. No time to do your hair, baby. Brothers is busting at me. That's Rakim. Why Jay-Z wasn't rhyming like that? Why Jay-Z wasn't rhyming like that? You want to talk about his debut is better than Tupac's debut? How come Jay-Z didn't sound like that in 1991? He was doing that fast shit. Wasn't nobody thinking about that shit. He ain't even finesse it right. DOS Effects had to come out there and finesse that bum stickity bum. I'm going to do the bum pum pum. Even Lords of the Underground was killing that shit better than Jay-Z at that time. And Jay-Z still wasn't on, bro. So what are you talking about, fam? What are you talking about? I know you're going to wish that you came on live with me. I know you're going to wish that you came on live with me, bro. So what else? You know, what else did he say? I'm in this right here, but let me see before I go on, let me add another thought to that. So he was comparing, then he compared Jay-Z's a 1997 album to Tupac's 1993 album. In my lifetime to Strictly for My Niggas. And I know damn well, I ain't reading in there, but I know he ain't say that niggas wasn't rewinding, you know what I mean, bars by Tupac. No, how do you think Keep Your Head Up became such a big hit? That's easy because Tupac catered to the bitches. That's probably what he would say. Whereas he should say, nah, Tupac made a song for the ladies and the people, telling people to keep their head up. You know what I mean? And then what's another song on there? I Get Around. You know what I mean? That was his first biggest hit was I Get Around. But you're saying Jay-Z's second album is better than that. But Jay-Z on that album doesn't even have a hit bigger than Keep Your Head Up or I Get Around. Don't even have one bigger. If you want to do some weird stuff like that, you want to go Jay-Z's second album and compare it to Tupac album Hey, I might even give it to Jay-Z because the beats, I wasn't too fond of all the beats on Strictly for My Niggas. But the content, the lyrical content that Tupac was presenting, I was loving that shit. Holla if you hear me. Pump your fist like this. Holla if you hear me. Pump if you piss. To the sellouts, revving it up to my way of another gotta give it. Come on, man. What is you talking about, bro? Jay-Z's second album, he don't have no hit on that second album that's bigger than I Get Around or Keep Your Head Up. He don't even have a hit that's bigger than Holla If You Hear Me. And Holla If You Hear Me wasn't even that big of a hit, bro. Come on, man. This ain't no super fan talking. Like, this is not a super fan just talking, nigga. I done recited Kumo D bars, LL bars, Rakim bars, Big Daddy Kane bars, Kool G rap bars. I am a hip-hop connoisseur. I am a hip-hop fan. I am a hip-hop historian. This ain't no super fan here. So when people say that Tupac wasn't lyrical, that's when I'm like, the fuck is y'all talking about? This nigga was just as lyrical as these other niggas. What, he supposed to rhyme like Kool G rap? He supposed to rhyme like Rakim? He's supposed to rhyme like Raskaz? He's supposed to rhyme like Jay-Z? He's supposed to rhyme like Cannabis? This is what you're saying to me? This is what you're saying? This is your measuring stick? We forgot originality? We forgot being unique? We forgot having your own style? KRS once said, you gotta have style and want to be original. Come on, man. He said only Tupac fans. Only Tupac fans say Tupac is lyrical. Because he's lyrical. It's like I said, according to the definition, he's definitely lyrical. And according to the hip-hop definition of lyrical, If I Die Tonight proved that Tupac was lyrical. Other songs, Streets is Death Row, he proved that he was lyrical. I mean, like lyrical in a hip-hop sense. If you don't want to use the definition of what Oxford or Webster or what they say lyrical and lyricist is. If you don't want to use that, we use the hip-hop definition. And yes, he was definitely lyrical. So let's go on. And then he says, Tupac fans try to change the entire history of rap to make Pac a wordsmith 30 years later. Why? Who's doing that? Why are you guys, like you, all wise and civilized, why are you, Clark Kent, Whack 100, T-Pain, somebody put some names up there, some other names out there and tell me, give me some other names why are all these people trying to discredit Tupac's legacy? Why are y'all saying he's not lyrical when the man never said he was lyrical? The only time he really spoke on the word lyrical is when he said the people in Marin City didn't care about that lyrical miracle spiritual. They wanted they shit head up. When Tupac was on Dear Mama, I'm sure you probably didn't see that all wise and civilized, but if you did and you seen the way Tupac was rhyming to Paid in Full, are you telling me that was not lyrical? Panther Power was lyrical. Young Black Male was lyrical. Trap was lyrical. But speaking of trap, this guy, all wise and civilized, he basically called Tupac a thief. He's saying he took that from Ray Love. Like he just took it from Ray Love when Ray Love said he threw it in the garbage and Tupac questioned like, yo, why would you do that? And Ray Love said him like, yo, I don't really feel like I'm not really comfortable with spitting that. And Tupac said, yo, I spit it. These dudes was homies. They was young. They've been rocking with each other. I don't know the extent of time, but they've been rocking with each other in their teenage years, bro. Ray Love wouldn't even come out his mouth saying that Tupac stole that. Money B wouldn't even come out his mouth saying that Biggie is better than Tupac. I've never heard that. I've never heard that. And if you give me a link, I need to hear it in its proper context. I need to hear it in its proper context. Fish and Gold. We ain't done yet, man. We ain't done. Haters, bro. I'm telling you, haters fuel me. It's no coincidence I threw this Pac shirt on. Like it is. It almost is coincidence. You know what I mean? Look at it. Look at that. Look at that. Got the name at the bottom. You know what I mean? Look at that, bro. This is what they don't like. Tupac has become a god, and they don't like that because of the life that he lived, because of the music that he made, because of the things that he accomplished, the ordeal that he went through, that his family went through. This nigga cared about his people. And y'all niggas is trying to discredit him because we're simply saying that Tupac was lyrical. It makes no sense. Then you wonder why I call haters weirdos. It makes no sense, bro. Because you want him to rhyme like Nas? And when y'all do that shit, y'all shitting on rappers everywhere else. Y'all shitting on rappers from the South. What are you saying? Niggas from the South ain't lyrical? What are you saying? Niggas from the West Coast ain't lyrical? What are you saying? Only New York are lyricists and lyrical? Only New York niggas get busy like that? Well, Tupac said if that's the case, if we was playing chess, we would have checkmate those motherfuckers 3 years ago. If that's the case. If you want to put it, if you want to base it on, I ain't gonna say if that's the case, but if you want to base it on some shit like that, Tupac said if that's the case, we checkmate those motherfuckers 3 years ago, based on album sales. And them niggas wasn't making no pop music besides what MC Hammer made or what Vanilla Ice made. But back in them days, NWA, Tupac, the DOC, even though he's from Houston, Texas, but that nigga rhymed like a New York nigga and he rhymed like a West Coast nigga. You gonna tell me the DOC ain't lyrical? You gonna tell me the DOC couldn't spit? You fucking crazy? The DOC, I thought, was a West Coast nigga. That's the first nigga I bought on the West Coast. Because I thought that nigga was crazy. I'm like, the DOC, it's the diggy doc, yo, Dre, is it funky enough? Fuck out of here, man. The formula, yo, Dre, it's the formula. Like, the DOC was crazy. Fuck is you talking about? King T was crazy. He sounded like Biggie before Biggie even existed. Fuck is you talking about, bro? We ain't done yet, man. We ain't done yet, bro. So let's go on. Let me move it along because this is 33 minutes. And yo, all wise and civilized, I know you're watching this. Unless you stop this shit and you're on a hunt to come find me. But this ain't too. I'm just passionate. I'm very passionate about this shit, bro. Because you asked me some questions. And after 30 years of people trying to discredit a person that's deceased, why wouldn't I get a little emotional? Because number one, I find that shit disrespectful. That niggas will shit on the dead like that. And niggas will not do proper research and see, yo, this nigga Tupac never said he was the best rapper. Oh, you can get the video where he came at, where he said something about KRS, Rakim, and LL, but you got to put that in its proper context. Those are New York rappers, and Tupac was going through a whole bunch of shit at that time where he thought, all New York niggas was against him. So much so that Easy Mo B, who I salute, because he said, like, yo, he rolled up on Tupac and said, what up to Tupac? And Tupac just looked at him and turned his head away. Easy Mo B was hurt by that. But you know what? Easy Mo B, out of a lot of New York niggas, he understood. Even Eric B understood. There's niggas, Ja Rule understood. Nas, a very great lyrical MC, understood. 50 Cent understood. The Boot Camp Clique understood. Fat Joe understood. There's niggas in New York who understood, bro. We ain't done yet. My phone keep going. Let me put this on 10 minutes. So he says, all right. He said, we try to change the entire rap history to making Pac a wordsmith 30 years later. That's not what we doing, but it's crazy how most videos are about Tupac. When these young kids do reaction videos, the first nigga they want to check out is Tupac. They not, no disrespect to my nigga Coogee Rap. They not check. I haven't seen one Coogee Rap reaction video. I never, I haven't seen that yet. I haven't, there might be, I'm quite sure there's a cannabis reaction video out there somewhere. You know what I mean? There might be a Big Daddy Kane reaction video out there when he did Ain't No Half Stepping, maybe Smooth Operator. There's not that many. I'm quite sure there's a lot of Biggie Smalls reaction videos. I don't know if there's a Raz Cos reaction videos. I'm sure there's some Jay-Z reaction videos, but I guarantee you, in hip hop, I guarantee you it's a clash of the titans between Eminem and Tupac when it comes to the most reaction videos, bro. I guarantee you it's them. If you was to check out YouTube, if they had some way that you could check the logistics and the algorithm, I guarantee you it would be Tupac and Eminem as the most reaction videos made by YouTube creators. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Somebody tell me I'm lying, fam. Nah, DX Axis, 50 Cent is the last person that should be speaking on lyricism. Why you say that? Why do you say that? DX Axis? You know what I mean? You let me know if you are a let me know if you a Tupac. You here for Tupac or you here to cause confusion? Let me know that, because 50 Cent, I don't know, niggas, Power of the Dollar, that's 50 Cent greatest work lyrically. His very first album. I'm not talking about Get Rich or Die Trying, but I can't shit on Get Rich or Die Trying either. That shit was fire, my nigga. It's just that with 50 Cent, and I'm not changing the subject, but with 50 Cent, he got rich and stopped trying. 50 Cent got rich and stopped trying. You know what I mean? That's in my opinion. It was just like, yo, once he started just making hits, I'll take you to the candy shop. I'll let you lick the lollipop. It wasn't nothing like a stick it in water. I don't think it big, but stick it in water. That nigga 50 Cent used to rap. He said, if you said it yourself, if I shoot you, I'm brainless. But if I shoot you, I'm famous. But if I shoot you, you frameless. He said, I'm strong enough to pick up the gat and throw it back at you. So that nigga was spitting on that shit and how to rob. And 50 Cent was a beast, man. He just got lazy. He just got lazy. You get so much money, he didn't give a fuck. Like, after selling 10 millions, he was already neck to neck with Jay-Z now. He's up there with the Elites, DMX. I'm here, niggas. I'm here. And I was co-signed by Eminem and Dre. I'm on your ass. Like, yeah, he got a little lazy. I admit that. But nah, 50 Cent was definitely lyrical. Yeah. Somebody said 50 became a Ja Rule at that point in time. And no disrespect to Ja Rule, because I think Ja Rule hits is long lasting, bro. But let me get back to this. So he says, all right, and then he says something about 50 Cent, I think. Yeah, he says, we all like and respect 50 Cent, but I be a damn fool trying to make him like 50 Cent is bar heavy all of a sudden because I'm a fan and he had a few slick lines here and there. Totally disingenuous argument. There's nobody that's trying to make 50 Cent into this, because people actually seen when 50 Cent was up here at a peak, we might as well say, he went down. Musically, he went down. There's no denying that, bro, especially after the Rick Ross battle. 50 Cent went on a decline musically. Oh man. So nah, ain't like if 50 would have stayed at that Power of a Dollar or that Get Rich level, shit, he even has some dope ass shit on the Massacre, bro. All a nigga really need is a little bit. Like he was killing that shit. 50 had the ill flows. He was killing that shit. He just got lazy and just decided to make hits. It became a business for him. Even Tupac mentioned that shit. He said niggas rap, but we rap to make money. It's a business at this point in time. But it's just that niggas, dope ass niggas like Tupac, he was just that great that the shit that he was spitting became hits. Like when you listen to How Do You Want It, it's such a good ass fucking record that you really forget that Tupac is spitting. I love the way you activate your hips and put your ass out. Got a nigga wanting this so bad I'm about to pass out. I want to dig you and I can't even lie about it, baby. Just alleviate the clothes, time to fly about it. What the fuck is you talking about? He said your body talking shit, but I can. He said your body talking shit, but I can't comprehend the meaning. Fuck is you talking about? Now, if you want to roll with me, then here's your chance. Do an 80 on the freeway. Catch me if you can. Forgive me, I'm a rider. Still, I'm such a simple man. All I want is money. Fuck the fame. I'm a simple man. Mr. International, player with a passport, just like Aladdin switch. Give you anything you ask for, either him or me. The champagne, Hennessy, favorite of my homies when we floss on our enemies. Look how he was flowing. Fuck is you talking about? He wasn't lyrical. Fuck is Clark Kent and these niggas talking about? It was just his cadence and delivery. Y'all sound silly. I'm telling you. Let me finish breaking down this comment, man. Somebody tell me, and don't forget, go to my video, Jay-Z versus Tupac, and look for All Wise and Civilized Entertainment. Look for his name. Look for his name. I'm going to repeat it again. All Wise and Civilized Entertainment. ENT. Look for his name and have a discussion with that brother. Now, he says in 94, Jay was still perfecting his style. By 96, he had lapped Pac by dropping a classic debut. So he lapped Tupac by dropping Reasonable Doubt, which didn't go gold until like maybe a year later, if that. Don't get me wrong, though. I had Reasonable Doubt. It was a dope-ass album. But how you comparing Reasonable Doubt to All Eyes on Me, a double album? An album that got 30 joints on it to an album that got 16 joints on it, where the content is just strictly, extremely different, where Jay-Z is mainly just talking about selling drugs and shit like that. Let's keep it real. You know, that's mainly when you're talking about, you know, selling drugs, friend or foe, shooting up drug dealers, Jamaican drug dealers. Boy, you know y'all fuck with a gun in your face, and that's all you can come up with. Like, it's funny, it's comical. You know what I mean? Yo, Big Daddy Kane and Jaz-O definitely, and Nas definitely gave he learned from some great people. Jay-Z definitely learned from some great people. By the time 96 came, somebody got in his ear. Maybe it was Dame Dash, was just like, yo, you gotta cut that other shit out, my nigga. I can't even get you a record deal. So the best thing that we could do is put our money together and we could come up with Rockefeller. That's the best we could do. We can get Clark Kent, DJ Premier, we get what's the nigga, Irv Gotti and shit like that. Niggas that do beats. You slow your bass, you slow your voice down a little bit. See if we can get a feature with Nas. You know what I mean? If we can't get a feature with Nas, then you just gonna sample that shit. I'm out for presidents to represent me. Get money. You know what I mean? We just gonna do that shit. You know, just brag about you getting, you know, clothes and the bitches and shit like that, because that's all we spitting in New York right now. It was some conscious shit, but now we on some flamboyant shit. Now we on some, you know, this, that, and the third shit. Sprinkled a little Big L in there, you know what I mean, if you can, with some punchlines and shit like that. You know, we gonna do it like that, Jay. Because niggas ain't signing you. We gotta put you out ourselves. And then once we put these main ingredients together, then niggas will see that you a dope ass MC. But to say that he lapped Tupac with that album, Reasonable Doubt, no disrespect to Jay-Z, you're just saying things. This is illogical nonsense. This is some hate talking, bro. Let's go back, All Wise and Entertainment. Tupac wrote All Eyes on Me in October of 1995. It only took him 2 weeks. When he came out of prison, he went straight into the booth and did Ambitions of a Rider. He's not talking no fantasy, no fairy tale shit. Everything Tupac talked about on that fucking album is his life. That nigga said you niggas will bleed fucking with me or be deceased or forever rest in the peace, nigga, with no more pain. That's why a lot of niggas didn't come at him, because they knew he was crazy. When this nigga said, All Eyes on Me, he wasn't lying. When that nigga said, picture me rolling, all that shit, that was his life. Tupac life was just so big and impactful that he didn't have to lie like a lot of rappers from New York did, talking about they moving mad keys and shit like that, bro. You moving mad keys, my nigga? You moving mad keys? You know, maybe you probably moved the key, but you moving mad keys, my nigga? Mad keys? I almost sound like Faison right now, with Faison talking about Jay-Z. Like, But Jay-Z is such a dope rapper that only thing, instead of Jay-Z just responding to that nigga, Jay-Z puts that shit in the rhyme and just makes sure the line is dope. So niggas like All Eyes and Wise Entertainment and shit like that, when they hear it, be like, see, look at Jay-Z responded to that nigga with a dope ass line. Come on, man. That's the trick. That's what 50 failed. 50 was supposed to, you gotta keep your skills sharp. You gotta keep your skills sharp. Tupac was definitely sharpening his skills, or he was evolving. He evolved from Tupaculous now all the way to All Eyes on Me. Even the Machiavelli album, Tupac evolved all the way to the Machiavelli. Come on, we heard how he was how hair melt when he was spitting on Hail Mary. Hold Your Head. What's the other one? White Man's World. He was, dang, fuck out of here, bro. Let's continue, man. So this, y'all listen up right here. Shout out to Mexico in the building. Fire. Drix B in the building. Fish and Gold was building. Tupac was evolving like a Pokemon. I'm not familiar with Pokemon, so Fish and Gold, I don't know if is that shade or is that a compliment. I'm not familiar with Pokemon. So let's go. So he says, so let me go back right there. So he says by 96, he had lapped Pac by dropping a classic debut. Reasonable Doubt is better than Tupaculous. Volume 1 is better than Strictly for My Niggas. And Streets is Watching is better than Thug Life Volume 1. Streets is Watching came out in what, 97, 98? Or did it drop before Volume? What dropped first? The video with the DVD? With Chris Stone and them niggas on that shit? But this nigga is saying this shit is better. Like, these songs came out after Tupac died. Like, God, bro. Like, why wouldn't a person go on to make great shit? Why wouldn't a person go on to make some dope music when the beats is just getting better? The producers is just getting better. The time has evolved. Like, we niggas that moved on. Why? Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? But it doesn't make sense comparing these fucking albums. You saying, but he's saying that's his opinion, but you're saying Streets is Watching is better than Thug Life album. Thug Life came out in 94. Streets is Watching came out in 98, 97, 90, 98. But Thug Life was made around 93, 94, Easy Mo B, and he was putting his niggas on and shit like that. It was a group album. It was a group effort. It was some thug shit. You know what I mean? It was definitely more Bay Area influence. It was definitely more West Coast infused. So let's go on. He said, I listened to Pac. I was there. Pac wasn't making nobody rewind bars. Niggas respected Jay's bar off the first album and still quote lines from Reasonable Doubt today. Yo, I want y'all to hear this again. He said, Tupac wasn't making nobody rewind no bars. LOL. Niggas respected Jay bars off the first album and still quote lines from Reasonable Doubt today. Can't say the same for Pac in 91, 92. All right, that doesn't make sense when Brenda's Got a Baby is like highly quoted. You know what I mean? That's from that album. A lot of niggas wasn't checking for Tupac like that. You know what I mean? He was evolving. He was definitely evolving. You know what I mean? But real niggas know, like Trapped and Violent. Fuck is you talking about? Then it says, in 89, 90, 91, Pac was still wearing dashikis and medallions, so he may not have changed his flow, but he changed his image. And some would say sold out. How did Tupac change his image? What exactly was Tupac changing his image? By wearing baggy clothes, baggy pants? I'm back there. I'm 50 years old. We always wearing baggy pants. We always wearing our hat to the back. We always wearing big ass shirts. He changed his image because he threw on some Carl Kanais? Mad niggas had Carl Kanai. Jabot, Tommy Hilfiger, Timberlands, mad niggas had that shit on. Where did he change his image when everybody looked alike? You know who had an image and changed the game image-wise at one point in time? It was Tretch from Naughty by Nature. Tretch came out looking real different. Tretch looked different from everybody else at one point in time. Even Rakim. When Rakim was coming out rocking the Dapper Dan. On the follow on the yeah, they did it. Yeah, they had the Dapper Dan on the first album. You know what I mean? The Dapper Dan, what was it? Gucci, Louis, I forget what it was, but they had the black and white leather shit on. And then they did it again on the Follow the Leader when they had the black and gold shit on. Dapper Dan shit. Big Daddy Kane had Dapper Dan. KRS-One had Dapper Dan. Like, a lot of niggas couldn't even afford Dapper Dan like that. I ain't never seen Tupac wearing Dapper Dan. I seen Tupac wearing regular clothes, my nigga. When you talking about 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, I saw Tupac wearing regular clothes, my nigga. If anything he put on was a bandana, like, you know, that right there, that was game changing. A lot of people didn't even understand that shit. A lot of people didn't like the fact that he was wearing bandanas. Oh, because he put a nose ring on his ear, like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot. What? I don't get it. Because he had tattoos, and he put Thug Life, and Thug Life meant something. The hate you gave, little infant fucks everybody. What are you talking about? Where Tupac, you know? Then he says Pac was still wearing dashikis and medallions. Where was Pac wearing dashikis and medallions? You basing that shit off the motherfucking same song video? Where was Tupac when he was walking with X-Clan? X-Clan had all that on. Everybody was wearing African medallions at one point in time. It was the hip thing to be, to, you know, everybody. Big Daddy Kane had them on. Like, mad niggas was wearing African medallions, bro. Why not represent the motherland? Why not? But at one point in time, it was a representation, and it was also a fad. Just like Flavor Flav rocking big clocks. Niggas was rocking clocks, and then niggas was rocking stopwatches. I remember all that shit, bro. I came up in that shit. So when you saying Tupac changed his image, I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't know what you're talking about, though. Tupac just did him. He did him, bro. But it says, all right, it says Pac was still wearing dashikis medallions, so he may not have changed his flow, but he changed his image. And some would say sold out to embrace the street image. Some would say he sold out to embrace the street image? Who's this some? What are you talking about? Yo, are y'all listening to me? Y'all listening to me? Are y'all listening to me? He say some will say that Tupac sold out to embrace the street image. What's the street image? Everything that I just described? What was Tupac supposed to wear? Oh, you talking about because he was wearing dashikis and medallions, but when was Tupac wearing dashikis when the only time I seen him wearing that shit was on the same song? When he was doing lectures with Khalid Muhammad and a few other people, that nigga had regular clothes on, while everybody else in there was wearing dashikis. Or you had the NOI in there wearing their suits with the bow ties. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro, when you say that? By some, yeah, Mexico, that's right. By some, he means him. Like, some will say he sold out to the street image. Nigga, that's hood shit. What did Tupac say about wearing black? Somebody remind me. Tupac said, what did he say about dressing up in black, man? If somebody is there, somebody remind me. It's from a rhyme that Tupac said, the uniforms, fatigues, something about fatigues. Fatigues, damn, it's coming to me. Dressed in fatigues. Alex Lopez in the building. What he said, dressed in fatigues. John X, Jay-Z's a swagger jacker. Yo, this dude, All Wise Entertainment, called Tupac a swagger jacker because he took the Ray Love line and he took Mento's line for My Only Fear of Death is Coming Back Reincarnated. Against all odds. All right. 24 gun salute, dressed in fatigues, black jeans and boots. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, we always dressing like that, bro. I wear black every day. I wear black every day, my nigga. Still a lot of people wear black. A lot of people see us wearing black people and they just look like we're up to no good. It just look like we're criminals and shit like that. But they don't understand, for some people or a certain generation, like me, myself and stuff like that, there's other people who get colorful and all this other shit. But most of the time, especially where I was coming from, niggas was just wearing black or fatigues. You know what I mean? You know, it was but everybody was looking the same. I give it to Jay when Jay was like, Jay realized like, shit, I could change the game a little bit. So let me stop wearing these basketball jerseys and let me start wearing button-up shirts. You know what I mean? The niggas started wearing button-ups. All right, but Tupac sold out to embrace the street image. So you can't knock Jay for finding his lane late. I never knocked Jay. I never knocked Jay-Z. I said he don't even know Jay-Z is, it's hard for some people on this channel to fathom that Jay-Z is in my top 5. Why? Because of hip hop. Just based on hip hop. This is totally based on hip hop. It has nothing to do with personality and none of that. This is just hip hop. Like I think Jay-Z is a dope rapper. But Tupac is my number 1. I put him over Rakim. KRS-One is number 3. Kool G Rap is number 4. And Jay-Z is number 5. If I didn't move him down, or you know what I mean? But so there ain't nobody knocking Jay-Z. Nigga, I know the song Can't Knock the Hustle. Ain't nobody knocking Jay-Z. It wasn't nobody knocking Jay-Z when I wasn't knocking Jay-Z when I did that. I was just simply saying that how is Jay-Z better than Tupac? I just want to hear how people are comparing the two, and when and they're doing exactly all wise and civilized is doing exactly what I knew niggas gonna do. You're comparing Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt all the way to his last album was what? 444, which is in 2017. You might even use the God Did verse against a Tupac shit. But anyway, you're using all 96 to present shit to present to say that Jay-Z is better than Tupac. Whereas if we go before 96 and we see what Jay-Z and Tupac was doing, there wasn't nobody checking for Jay-Z except niggas that knew about him locally. Big Daddy Kane wasn't even able to get that nigga a deal. And you know why Big Daddy Kane wasn't able to get Jay-Z a deal? Because Big Daddy Kane, no disrespect, but he fell off, like going that R&B way. He ain't do it right. He should have never left Marley Marl. Because you see what Marley Marl did for LL. LL was going down that slippery slope. And then he got with Marley Marl. Marley Marl brought LL back up to the top, and LL been popping ever since. LL knew how to make songs after that. Once he got with Marley Marl, he knew how to just do it correctly. But Big Daddy Kane, once Big Daddy Kane he fell off after he started going down when he made that third album, Taste of Chocolate. And I was listening to it, I was like, yo, this shit is alright, but it ain't like it's a Big Daddy thing, and it damn sure ain't like Long Live the Kane. And then he came out with Prince of Darkness, and I was just like, oh, Kane, I'm done. And then that shit, Enough Respect, that's on that Juice soundtrack. I couldn't fuck with that. Big Daddy Kane was rhyming fast. Stick to the dragons as I start the racket, attacking the back of the niggas on the bandwagon. The renegade who been afraid of. I couldn't fuck with that shit. I couldn't fuck with that. It was not fire, bro. It sounded like he was trying to redo Raw and all that other shit. It wasn't working. And then he was trying to, Jay was a little protege and Big Daddy Kane was trying to get him on, and he didn't. And it's so crazy because at that time, Jay-Z was, rocking with Kane. Fat Joe said when he was at, I forget, Madison Square Garden or some shit like that, he was in the audience and all of a sudden he seen Biggie and Tupac walking in. And y'all heard this. Fat Joe said this. He seen Biggie and Tupac walking in and the crowd going crazy. And he said Tupac had that bop and shit like that. And then, I think he said Tupac or somebody told him to come up on stage and shit like that. And Fat Joe went on stage, and now you got Old Dirty Bastard. You got Shaheem on stage, Tupac on stage, Biggie on stage, and Big Daddy Kane on stage and shit like that. And Tupac got, ain't no stopping at the red light. I'm sideways, thug life, motherfucker, crime pays. Let the cops put their lights on. Chase me, nigga, zigzagging through the freeway. Race me, nigga. That's a flow right there. Ain't no stopping at the red lights. I'm sideways, thug life, motherfucker, crime pays. Let the cops put their lights on. Chase me, nigga, zigzagging through the freeway. Race me, nigga, in the high-speed chase with the law. The realest motherfucker that you ever saw. Where was Jay-Z at? Because Jay-Z was fucking with Big Daddy Kane that time. How come Big Daddy Kane ain't bring that nigga on stage? Why Big Daddy Kane ain't bring Jay-Z on that? Where was Jay-Z at right there that day? Moving keys? Where was Jay-Z at that day? You got Biggie there and you got Tupac there. Where you know what I mean? Where was Jay at? This is like what, late 93, 94? When Pac and Big was hanging together? Where was Jay-Z at? Jay-Z wasn't hard body with Big Daddy Kane in 95 like that. Nah. Jay-Z was fucking with Dame Dash and Biggs by that time, working on motherfucking Reasonable Doubt. So when they did that motherfucking freestyle, where was Jay-Z at? Where was Jay-Z at, bro? Oh, that's right. You said Jay-Z was still work sharpening his skills. Meanwhile, Tupac is on stage with Big Daddy Kane. Fuck out of here, man. This is what I'm start saying, like, yo, niggas be sounding weird to me, bro. Tupac was going to sign Craig Mack, Big Daddy Kane, Melly Mel, Scorpio, Greg Nice, Smith & Wesson, Buckshot, and the Goonies. Let's finish this shit off right here, man. So you said you can't knock Jay-Z for finding his lane late. I ain't knock Jay-Z, but Jay-Z found his lane. Yeah, you know, maybe. You know what I'm saying? I like what he presented, but I just don't like what you're saying, all wise and civilized. Real talk. Some of the shit you saying don't sound all wise or civilized at all. He says, Jay came in and more so capitalized. No, he said, let's go back. So you can't knock Jay for finding his lane late. Music was transitioning from conscious to gangster. Tupac is the poster child of that industry change that happened. Tupac is the poster child. How is Tupac the poster child of that industry that changed? Like, how is Tupac the poster child when Tupac is one of the most hated? Nah, he's well loved, but you would definitely think that Tupac is hated. He's definitely misunderstood, just like his father said, just like Billy Garland said. My son is very misunderstood. How is he the poster child? Somebody explained that to me before, you know what I mean? Somebody is what do y'all feel? Mexico, you still in the building? Hang McTep in the building? You know, what is the poster child? Let me see. Let me look up the definition so I can get a clear understanding. What is a define poster child?
Here's the definition of poster child. A person or thing that epitomizes or represents a specified quality, cause, etc.
It says a poster child is a person or thing that epitomizes or represents a specified quality, cause, etc. If anything, Tupac would be the poster child of the conscious music that he was putting out. The Brenda's Got a Baby, the Dear Mama, the Keep Your Head Up, the Lord Knows, the Me Against the World, the So Many Tears. You know what I mean? Hellraiser. I said Brenda's Got a Baby. Smile. You know what I mean? He would be the poster child of that kind of music, of really trying to put out some real shit that will just spark the brain and affect the hearts of a lot of people. But for you to say that Tupac, let me see if I read that right. Tupac is the poster child of the industry change that happened. Tupac is the poster child of the industry change that happened. Are you saying after the death of Tupac? I don't know, because after Tupac died, then, you know what I mean, you had so many people that was just trying to rush to present the next Tupac or being compared. DMX got tired of people comparing to the Tupac. Ja Rule didn't mind the comparison of Tupac. Nas did a few things that was very Tupac-ish at the time. Jay-Z, you know, sampled, him and Clark Kent sampled Understand Me, which was Off the Pain and shit like that. And then Jay-Z paid millions of dollars for the me and my girlfriend shit like that, that poster child. I'm just trying to see, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to get a feel of this shit that you talking, my nigga, all wise and civilized. Like, who else? How many other people? Like, you know, 50 Cent said, I want them to love me like they love Pac. Like, is that the poster child you saying because it don't, of the industry change? Like, nah, is that Pac fault? Is that Pac fault that he was just so impactful, that he was so great to some, that he did that? Pac, you know, Pac said, I want to be a living legend. Say my name affiliated with this motherfucking game. You mad because Tupac just went out there and accomplished whatever he wanted to do, whether it was rapping or scrapping and movies and acting, interviews, smashing mad women, wasn't irresponsible by having children here and there like a lot of rappers? Even to this day, niggas are scared to take DNA tests, having babies and shit by women that Tupac smashed first. The poster child of what, bro? Somebody help me explain. Conscious rap was not praised at that time. Heyman Tech says what separates Tupac from the other rappers was his real raw delivery of truth with passion. Deep in their heart, they want to be me. That's a fact. These niggas is jealous because deep in their heart, they want to be me. This, it's crazy that he says all this and doesn't even mention that Tupac saved the brother life. These niggas discredit Tupac all fucking day and don't never mention how Tupac bust that police and saved the brother's life. But then they'll say, but he didn't know they was cops. But then the real issue with that is like I said many times, niggas don't shoot white boys. You know how much time do you get for shooting white people? Them niggas will hang you. Do you know the history of this shit? Do you know that when Nat Turner and other people formed insurrections and they did their insurrections and they killed, Nat Turner and them only killed 52 white people. You know how many black people got murdered after they found out that Nat Turner and them had an insurrection? About thousands, bro. You see what they did with Wall Street? There was plenty of other black Wall Streets. You see how y'all need to read this book, Medical Apartheid. They unleashed 4 million insects daily on the black community in the projects of Florida. At a certain, I think it was in the 80s or the 90s. I might get that wrong. 4 million insects just to see if they can give them some type of, they was using it as a biochemical warfare just in case they go to Japan or they go to war with China or Japan or with somebody. They made these insects, bro. They breeded them and they used black people as guinea pigs. And I forgot my point. I would have to rewind that shit just to see what the fuck I was just talking about. I forgot my point with that. But anyway, let's go on. He said, Pac is the poster child of the industry change that happened. Jay came in and more so capitalized off the new ethos with reasonable doubt out the gate. You can't compare the two year by year because they're not really contemporaries. It's like trying to compare LeBron and Tatum. One on his way out and one on his way up. But if you want to compare first release, Jay wins. Reasonable Doubt is a classic versus Tupac is eh. But see, that's what he would do. And that's that illogical shit. Why would you compare Reasonable Doubt? You might as well compare Reasonable Doubt to All Eyes on Me if that's the case. Let's be real. But what are we going to compare? So if you're a Jay-Z fan, you're simply going to say Jay-Z, he spit better. You're a Tupac fan, you're going to say Tupac, nah, that shit is better. What are we comparing? The context is different. There's no, Jay-Z doesn't, you could say that Tupac doesn't have a song like Dead Presidents. I'm out for presidents to represent me. Get money. You could say that. You know what I mean? Maybe you could say that. You could say that Tupac probably doesn't have a 22 twos. You probably could say that. Or Ain't No Nigga. You probably could say that. And then I could say Jay-Z doesn't have an Ambitious as a Writer. J.D. doesn't have It's All About You. Jay-Z doesn't have What's Your Phone Number. You know what I mean? You could say that. There's one song that you probably can compare would be Brooklyn Finest versus Two of America's Most Wanted. Because you got Snoop and Pac, and then you got Jay and Big. And that both of them songs is dope as hell. Brooklyn's Finest is definitely bar heavy, but you can compare those two. And it's subjective. It's opinionated. But you can't say that Tupac wasn't spitting on that shit. Picture perfect. I paint a perfect picture. Bomb the hoochies with precision. My intention to get richer with the Nessie double OP. Dog, my fucking homie. Used to see how we cold, how we floss on the hoes. Like, that nigga Tupac went in on that shit too. Like, so I don't, nah, bro. Like, so like I said, bro, what I did in that video, bro, that's the most logical way that you can do it. Otherwise, you're saying, why are you saying Jay-Z is better than Tupac? You're basing that on Reasonable Doubt? And just discrediting everything else that Tupac did? You're discrediting Hail Mary? I'm going to keep it real with you. Reasonable Doubt is not better than Me Against the World. It's not. But that's my opinion. But it's not, though. I listen to Me Against the World way more than I listen to Reasonable Doubt. And I like Reasonable Doubt. But it's not better than Me Against the World, bro. It's not. It's not. And the fucked up thing is it's not comparable. Me Against the World is exactly that. Reasonable doubt, that's a hustlers. That's for hustlers. That's for drug dealers. That's for niggas who want to keep selling drugs in our community and don't want to make shit better. That's for niggas who want to build up a stadium, the Barclays, and help gentrify Brooklyn. That's for the nigga who should have bought up Dumbo, but he didn't. And guess what Jay-Z called himself? Dumbo. That's what he called himself. That's what that's for. Jay-Z was for them hustlers. Tupac is for the niggas that want change. Tupac is for the people that want a better community. But he would say that. He would definitely say that. He would definitely say like, nah, that's not what that's not what Tupac wanted. You seen what Tupac was doing. Tupac was on that thug life, that all that bullshit. Nigga, do you even know what thug life mean? Him and Matulum Shakur came up with that, bro. That was just a spin-off of what the Black Panthers was doing, that he was definitely trying to modernize for this generation. But boom, when the powers that be that still continue on the COINTELPRO, when they hear like, oh shit, this nigga Tupac is like, nah, this nigga talking politics, this nigga talking about changing shit, this nigga talking about they got money for war but can't feed the poor. Like, nah, he's a Shakur. He's related to Asada and Matula and all those motherfuckers and the Afeni. Oh no, hell no. You see what we went through with those motherfuckers? Nah, we ain't about to do that shit with this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, and this is the conspiracy. I don't know. Go call Haitian Jack on the phone and do something to set this nigga Tupac up, because he just beat that police charge and shit like that, and that was fucked up. You know what I mean? That he was lucky that one, but he ain't gonna be so lucky on the next one. Set him up with some rape shit or whatever the case may be. Something went down. Something unfolded. You know what I'm saying? And then boom, he gets shot up and go to prison. And and then he's looking at it like, damn, a black woman accused me of rape when I made Keep Your Head Up, Dear Mama. I made these kind of songs for that, man. You know what I mean? I made that. But somebody would probably say, so what, you made that shit? That still don't make, that don't, just because you made that kind of songs don't mean that you can't rape a woman. That's what a hater will say. And so what? You know what I mean? So what that you got shot up? You was talking all that thug shit on your album and shit like that, when he was just basically talking about the jealous niggas that's in his hood. And he was talking about Tupac was the type of nigga to shoot at these niggas that's no good to the community. It's like house niggas. It's like niggas like meritorious manumission. If you ever heard of that, that was an act that they created back in 1710 in Jamestown, Virginia, where they made it so where black people can get freedom paper and money if you snitched on other black people who was ready to form an insurrection or a revolt, or if you made medicines or you made inventions and you let the white slave master patent your idea, they give you money. So a lot of the people wasn't coming up with patents, and they wasn't coming up with medicine to save white people. But you know what they was coming up with? They was coming up with lies, and they started ratting on each other. It got so bad that they had to make a meritorious manumission act to stop that shit, because they was giving out too many freedom papers and too much money, and they was losing their fucking slaves. That's the type of niggas Tupac would go after in our hood. These type of niggas still exist today. There's a lot of niggas in our hood who are just no good. Who are just no fucking good, my nigga. And it's a shame that it's like that. I don't want to say that, but it's a shame that it's like that, bro. And they say it's the white man I should fear, but it's my own kind doing all the killing here. Come on, man. And we're great. End this shit off. Then he says, since 96, Hove has been held in high esteem universally by other lyricists. See, since 96. Since 96. Since 96 to 2023. Tupac is not here no more. Tupac died after almost 3 to 4 months after Jay-Z debuted it. And if Tupac would have lived, and Tupac, because he wanted to make a video for Ambitions of a Rider. He wanted to make a video for All Eyes on Me. Picture me rolling. Like, let me put this in your head, all wise and civilized entertainment. You know how this music game go. You know how this industry go. Niggas was putting up big money for songs so it can help propel your album even more. So if they're doing that shit and you already got hits and you're making videos, This right here is just keep and it thrusts you to number one. Everybody else that's at the bottom, they're like, oh yeah, damn, Jay-Z ain't making the number one yet. He had number 5. Damn. When he gonna make number one? Oh damn, this nigga Tupac just released Thug Passion or Rather Be Your Nigga now. Oh man, like god damn. Damn, bro, I ain't never gonna be that. Fuck, man. Like, yo, Tupac, let me eat, my nigga. Let me eat. And if Tupac would have lived and made a video for Hail Mary, my nigga. If Tupac would have went on tour, let me tell you what I'm putting in your head. If Tupac would have went on tour and lived and went on tour for All Eyes on Me, you know how difficult it would have been for Jay-Z to eat, bro? Oh, Jay-Z would have definitely made his money. He would have did what he had to do. But, oh, Tupac coming back to New York to perform his hits? I Get Around? Mr. Thug Life? Tupac? He on tour? Going here, selling out cities? You would have definitely, Jay-Z would have definitely needed Biggie to help him get up there. So just like when Tupac, just like Jay-Z having Biggie on his album and just mentioning Tupac's name was enough to put Jay-Z in the motherfucking spotlight. And for the next few months, Jay-Z was sitting there contemplating, should I diss this nigga? Should I diss Tupac? Should I end his career? According to Clark Kent, Jay-Z had the scathing diss record that would have ended Tupac's career, and Jay-Z didn't release it. He only performed it on the day Tupac died. But Clark Kent, in All Wise and Civilized Entertainment, why didn't your boy Jay-Z release that shit on the 12th while Tupac was in the hospital? On the 11th, when Tupac was in the hospital. On the 10th, when Tupac was in the hospital. On the 9th, when Tupac was in the hospital. On the 8th, when Tupac was in the hospital. On the 7th, when Tupac first got shot up. On the 6th, why you ain't released that shit? On the 5th, why you ain't released that shit? On the 1st of September, why you ain't released that shit? Why you ain't released one as soon as you heard Tupac dissed you? Why you ain't released shit? How you wait till the day he died to release some shit? And then All Wise and Civilized, you're going to tell me he lapped Tupac because of reasonable doubt? And then you're talking about since 96 to now, Jay-Z is held at a high esteem? You really think that Jay-Z would be the same Jay-Z he would be if Pac and Biggie was alive? You honestly believe that? If Biggie would have toured Life After Death, yeah, he would have brought Jay-Z on, and they would have did Brooklyn Finest. They would have did some shit. Jay-Z would have been probably upset because, like, damn, I'm in the shadow of Biggie. I want to do my own shit. I'm doing my own shit, but it's just not enough. This nigga Biggie beefing with Tupac, like, oh, man, what the fuck am I going to do? You honestly think Jay-Z would be the nigga he would be today if Biggie was alive? If Biggie would have made a video for 10 Crack Commandments. If Biggie would have made a video for Story to Tell. You honestly think Jay-Z would be the nigga that he is today? He would have money and he would be somebody, but he wouldn't be the nigga that he is today. That's a fact. He would not be that nigga, especially with Tupac and Biggie being alive. He would not be the nigga that's like that. So now you want to say that Jay-Z is held in the highest esteem since 1996. What about 1990, bro? When you said he was sharpening his skills and he was trying to do what he trying to do. In 1990, Tupac was with Digital Underground. Same song. 19-year-old spitting this thing. But you ain't giving Pac no props for that shit. You know what I mean? You too focused on him wearing a dashiki and a medallion. And then 91, he comes out there with Trap. You ain't saluting that shit. He's talking about, nah, they can't keep the black man down. You know they got me trapped. He's talking about police brutality. He's talking about what the police do to us. And if you know the history of the police, it started on the slave plantation, the slave patrol, or overseers and shit like that. And he's talking about it in the modernized format. with a song called Trap. How they just keep locking us up from school to the prison pipelines, or from school to prison. That's how they got us, my nigga. They're keeping us uneducated and shit like that. And they tell you ignorance is no excuse of the law. That's fucked up when you're telling the person who's uneducated when they do a crime that, or they get caught up in the crime. And I got arrested a couple of times for loitering. I didn't even know what the fuck loitering was. I'm just walking by and these cops stop me and you throw me in fucking jail. And I'm paying the fine for loitering? I actually thought loitering was littering. When they first arrested me, I was like, I ain't throwing no trash down. They laughed because I didn't know what loitering meant. But you're arresting me for it. And I'm just a teenager. You're arresting me and my other homeboys. You're arresting me. But you know what the judge would tell us? Ignorance is no excuse for not knowing the law. Nigga, how the fuck I'm supposed to know that? I don't have no father. My mother had me when I was 15. I live with roaches, mice, crackheads. I'm thinking about survival. Fuck you mean ignorance is no excuse for the fucking law? So this is what you're saying. You know what I mean? So you're using 96 to the present time. And then 93. Where was Jay-Z at? That's why I made that video. In 93, where was Jay-Z at? In 93, I used a song from Original Flavor. He still didn't even have his own Original Flavor. I bought that album, and it was all right. It wasn't all that. It was all right. I had bought that album by them niggas. And I remember hearing Jay-Z. I didn't think nothing of Jay-Z. He didn't captivate me. He didn't captivate me like Nas did when he was rhyming with Main Source on Live at the Barbecue. He didn't captivate me like AZ did when he was rhyming with Nas on Life's a Bitch. You know what I'm saying? Who else? He didn't captivate me like Tupac did when Tupac was rhyming on same song with Shock with Digital Underground. He didn't captivate me like Big L did when Big L was rhyming on Yes You May with Lord Finesse. And I'm giving you songs, and see, you calling me a hip hop, you calling me a super Tupac fan. No, I just told you, everything I just told you was based on the early 90s when Jay-Z was alive, trying to get on. But Jay-Z wasn't doing nothing impressive for niggas to sign him at all. Big L had an album out before motherfucking Jay-Z did, bro. Big L came out with Lifestyles of the, what's that, Rich and Shameless? Lifestyles of the Rich and Dangerous. I think that was 95. I think his first single was Put It On, produced by Kid Capri. I didn't even know shit about Jay-Z at that time, and I'm a DJ. I didn't even know nothing about Jay-Z at that time, nothing. Although I heard Big Daddy Kane mention Jay-Z name in the song Wrath of Kane. That's the first time I heard that. Marley Marl. Jay-Z. 1989. That's the first time I heard Jay-Z name mentioned. And then he was on Hawaiian Sophie. He didn't even spit a verse. He was just in the video with Jazzo, Hawaiian Sophie. When I seen that shit at that time, I was like, this shit garbage. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And then the Tribe Called Quest came on, and it was like I Left My Wallet, and El Segundo was way more fire than Hawaiian Sophie. Facts. Facts. De La Soul was way more popping. When they came out with Me, Myself, and I, or Potholes in My Lawn, that's 89. Jay-Z, where was Jay-Z at? Oh, but you got to use Jay-Z from 1996 until now and say that he lapped Tupac. If that's the case, why Jay-Z was so upset when T.I. put Tupac at number 1 and Jay-Z at number 2? Why Jay-Z had to call up this nigga and be like, yo, you believe that? Even Jay-Z thinks he's better than Tupac. And everybody out here talking about Jay, nah. He thinks he's better than Tupac for all the fucking wrong reasons, man. And nobody is really being logical about that shit. But that's that New York bias. That's that New York mentality. That's that New York shit. And I'm from New York. I'm right here live right now in New York. But that's that New York shit when New York niggas just think they better than everybody else. And this is why our music ain't doing what it used to do. This is why niggas from the South are still killing the game. Right now, you got a chick from New York named Scarlett who's about to do her thing and shit like that. But other than that, there ain't no niggas everywhere else is doing what they're doing. And New York is not even the mecca of it, what it used to be no more, bro. Look at the radio station. Look what they play on that shit all fucking day. Lotto, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B. I don't want to start because then I'm going to start like I'm dissing these young niggas. I don't even listen to the radio no more, bro. They follow a program. Dead Press said, turn off the radio. Turn off that bullshit. New York Babble. And let me end this shit off. Then he says, Pac, on the other hand, even his biggest supporters and friends like Shock G and Money B has said Jay-Z, Biggie are better rappers. What are we talking about? Somebody help me. Somebody help me. Did Shock G say that Biggie was better than Tupac? Did Money B say that Biggie was better than Tupac? Somebody help me with that. And I got great end this shit off because I gotta go do this video. I gotta go work on this scene. Excuse me. He put his daughter on Tupac to hip hop in New York City, fell off a long time ago. New York sounds too much like what we hear from down south. I agree with that. I never heard him say that. What I did hear Shock G say was Biggie rhymes with something like like when he was like BIGPOPPA, he rhymes like that. And he was like Tupac rhymes from the gut. Nah. And then Money B, like I never heard that. I'm gonna definitely. Shock said flow on Thug Angel for Biggie. Literally, New York rappers these days, for the past 10-15 years, have sound like Atlanta and Chicago, even London, to gain some commercial relevancy. Yeah, niggas in London is doing their thing too. He also said Nas rhymes from the back of his throat. Yup. He said that. I never heard Shock G. I would have came across that video where Shock G said, yo, Biggie was way better than Tupac as a rapper. And Money B, like, they're niggas, they're homies, they're brother. Not saying they need to be biased, but what I respected what Shock G said. You know what I mean? When he was making the comparison about them other rappers. But why even compare them? Why even compare Tupac to Big and Jay-Z? Whatever was going on between Tupac and Big, it had nothing to do with hip-hop per se. But it wasn't no freestyle battle. It wasn't none of that best rapper shit. It was like, yo, niggas shot me, and I feel like you know something about that shit. But I'm gonna make money off this hip-hop shit, and I'm gonna add my story like we supposed to do, rhyme our life in hip-hop and shit like that, and I'm gonna make money off this shit. Fuck it, because y'all niggas didn't give a fuck about me. Y'all niggas ain't try to come bail me out. Y'all ain't trying to come do this. Whatever Pac was doing, that's what he did. He put his life on the motherfucking line and made money with it. He dissed Jay-Z, and just because you diss somebody, that, you know what I mean, that automatically like, yo, yeah, he dissed him, but shit, MC Hammer dissed Jay-Z. And Jay-Z didn't really diss that nigga back because, Hammer was, thorough. He was a thorough nigga. Like, I didn't really hear Jay-Z really come at MC Hammer like that. But a lot of niggas came at Jay-Z too. Shit, Prodigy, mad niggas came after 50 Cent. Jay-Z ain't really respond too much to 50 Cent like that, because Jay-Z knew at one certain point in time 50 was a beast. So at that point, when you're living in the moment, you're not thinking like, oh, this nigga 50 Cent is whack. Not at that moment. Not when he's at his peak. With Get Rich Die Trying, they say I walk around like I got an S on my chest. Now that's a semi-auto and the vest on my chest. I try to say nothing like DA might war play in court, but I order hunt niggas down like it's a sport. Front on me, y'all cut your gun buck in the bucket. Getting money, I can't get nothing with you, then fuck you. I'm not the type to get knocked for DWI. I'm the type. Come on, 50 Cent was going crazy. Gangsters bump my shit, them they know me. I grew up around some niggas that's not my homie. Like, he was going crazy on that shit. He was spitting to that shit. And for you to diss that nigga at that time, you don't know how that nigga gonna come. You don't know if you're tampering. You're like, damn, I don't want to rumble the feathers even a little bit more. Let me let 50 do his fucking thing. Let me just fall back. That's what Jay did. You know what I mean? And 50 got into it with Rick Ross, and he ain't really win that battle musically. He was doing all them videos. I remember I used to be on thisis50.com, hard body, and I seen that shit with the curly wigs and taking Rick Ross baby moms, and I'm like, yo, that's not hip hop, bro. That ain't hip hop, son. Bring that shit to hip hop. That's what Tupac did. He brought it to hip hop. And he talked shit, but he brought it to hip hop. He brought it to hip hop. When people was talking shit about Jay-Z, what did Jay-Z do? Jay-Z brought it to hip hop. What's that white girl that came out there? Jay-Z's a drug dealer. And Jay-Z said something. He addressed her on that Drug Dealers Anonymous. The blonde head, skinny white chick. Forget it. She looked like Taylor Swift, but her name ain't Taylor Swift. I forget her name. But Jay-Z brought it to hip hop. Bring that shit to hip hop. And that's what 50 fucked up at. Rick Ross brought it to hip hop. And you know what I mean? And after that, 50 went on the decline, so to speak, started doing movies and all that other shit. And now he's back on the level where he's good because of his movies. Or his series, his shows, his TV shows and shit like that. And he just bought a fucking set. And he yeah, man. In the club. Wankster. Shit, Wankster, that shit was fire, bro. Like, the way he was rhyming and shit, and especially, cause when he got caught shot in the mouth, that just made his flow sound even crazier. You ain't no friend of mine. You ain't no kin of mine. What makes you think that I'm gonna run up on you with the 9? We do this like right now, he talking all that shit. He just got shot the fuck up. Liv came through, got Diesel. You know what I mean? Looked like he looked at like a Tupac 2.0, so to speak. Like, this nigga got shot 9 times in lead. Tupac got shot 5 the first time in lead. So we kind of outnumbered them. And I think 50 learned from Tupac because he said, I remember 50 said in that song, Big riding around in that passenger seat, Pac riding around in that passenger seat, I'm riding around in my passenger seat, but you come near me, I'm flashing my heat. Like, I forget what song was that, but y'all know what I'm talking about. 50 Cent learned from that. And then you like him, Tony Yayo, and all them niggas, they bulletproof the fuck out of their cars, my nigga. And then niggas like 50 walked around strapped. And then niggas didn't want to fight 50 straight up on some hand-to-hand shit. You see how it was. Like 50 was, in a sense, Tupac 2.0. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, thicker than water. That's what it was. He said that shit. And I was just like, yo, come on, man. He said that shit, but you know what I mean? Yeah, man. I forget my point, but yeah, man, I see some of y'all. A few of y'all responded. No, one of y'all. Mark Rivers, straight bullshit. Your opinion, but straight lies and bullshit. Oh, that's Mark Rivers. That was from 5 days ago. But whenever y'all get a chance, man, don't forget, go to that Jay-Z versus Tupac video and look for All Wise and Civilized and respond to that. You know what I mean? Like, yo, All Wise and Civilized, like, this is just some hip-hop talk. Like, niggas talking basketball, niggas talking sports and shit like that. I'm just very passionate about it. You know what I mean? There's going to be, you probably going to disagree with everything I said here. You know what I mean? If you say, and anybody, if you feel my niggas that's here agree with everything I'm saying, because you're going to simply say that's because y'all niggas is super stands of Tupac. You're dick riders, y'all super fans, you're this, you're that. We already know what you're going to say. But the shit that I say, I speak with logic, bro. I speak with logic, and I broke this shit down in the beginning, telling you what this lyrical, technical, and complexity shit started from Rakim. So if other niggas started sounding like Rakim and rhyming like Rakim, what are they doing? They copying his style. You know what I mean? Niggas copy their style. Niggas got to be unique and still be able to present themselves and still be able to give it and the key word here is to make hits. There wasn't no real big hits on Reasonable Doubt like that. It was hood hits for us. It's his big hits now because Jay-Z is a big fucking name. But the key in this music industry at one point in time, I think still to this day, is to make hits. You still got to make hits. You still got to make hits, bro. But yeah, man, I'm about to end this off because I got a couple of things I got to go do. And I might come back on a little later and shit like that. Let me shout niggas out. There was a lot of comments today, so damn, I'm going to the top. Salute to Thug Valley, Call It Clean, Slim 400. My man Thomas McKinney in the building. Yeah, I was here earlier, bro. You could have went live with me. I had that other video on. Andre Major, he didn't say that he was, but he really was lyrical. Salute to Andre Major, my man Jay. Who else was in the building? The Shadow was good. Was good, chat Machiavelli supporters. The Shadow was in the building. Drix B was in the building. D Access. Pac had the ability to spit and mimic any artist style. Ray Love even said this. Pac just had a different approach and style, and he preferred to use people to get caught up. Oh, prefer to use. People just get caught up. Damn, I can't read the damn chat now. Damn, I hate when this shit do that. Degenerate. Raz Kaz is a technical rapper. He probably is. I never really heard him. Mexico. Salute to Mexico. Salute to Degenerate Sherigan. Salute to Darwin Davis. What up, homie? I told you that's the name from the TV show The Game, Darwin Davis. Shout out to Jesus Christ is Lord. He said Machiavelli and Me Against the World are better than Jay-Z's best album. Thomas McKinney said, and Kurt Burrows, former president of Bad Boy, said that Biggie was built to be the East Coast version of Tupac. Kurt Burrow, he did say that. Shout out to Mexico in the building, Thug Style. Real's Reality, respect, fam. 50 Cent said Tupac is not lyrical. Did 50 Cent say that, y'all? I don't know if I heard that. I gotta find that. Because that just goes right up, disregards what Eminem says. Actually, you can't. Rizzy Jizzy 40, he killed that paid in full beat. Salute. His name is Riz Jeezy 40. Salute to him. Fishing Gold. 50 did say that. You're right. Yeah, I gotta find that. Let me see something right now. Let me see. 50 Cent praises Tupac and Eminem while diving into their lyrics. 50 Cent was recently interviewed by Brian J. Roberts, where hip-hop artist turned TV exec praised Tupac and Eminem for their impact on the culture. When it comes to touching listeners with lyrics, no one has done it better than Tupac Shakur, always willing to pour out his emotions while showing every aspect of his life for all to see, the good and the bad. In 1995, Tupac released Dear Mama, the song dedicated to his mother, Afeni Shakur. Me Against the World made him a #1 selling artist, even behind bars. Eminem, a fan of Tupac music, was also transparent. Unlike Tupac's Dear Mama, M's approach towards the rocky relationship with his mother was a complete opposite, regardless of which medium you prefer. 50 Cent praised both artists. I'll put two hip-hop artists right there, really profound and really prolific artists within our culture. They have very similar things happening with different responses. Eminem's mom, the drug uses of it, and he would do Sorry Mama, I'm never meant to hurt you, I never meant to make you cry, but tonight I'm cleaning out my closet. And then Tupac's mom also has some drug uses. You was a crack fiend mama, you always was a black queen mama. I think the tones of anger are different in the two of them as artists, said 50. M's anger is coming from things where it's supposed to be right, and Tupac's statement is almost like in terms of endearment in it, because it's like we always was still all ahead. The expectations of things going right from the white American's perspective versus accepting the idea of things not going right for African American perspective. What makes difference in tones is those records. 50 Cent has always been appreciative to his friendship with Eminem till this day. And me personally, my career is a reflection of it. My association to M prior to the record I seen from black male hip hop artists was 5 million copies of Tupac's All Eyes on Me. This double CD was the first time I seen something go diamond. And to have my first album sell 12 million records, if you don't credit or you disassociated from the fact that I'm disassociation with M's who's selling 23 million records of Marshall Mathers LP, you're a fucking idiot. It's also that connection. Let me see if I can find something else. 50 Cent says Tupac Shakur movie All Eyes on Me was bullshit. 50 Cent uses two songs to show how differently Tupac and Eminem saw. 50 Cent compares Eminem. Who thinks 50 Cent is the new Tupac? T-Pain says Tupac wouldn't be a great lyricist today. 50 Cent breaks down racial nuances between Tupac and Eminem. I gotta find that, but Philly in. Don't forget the Snoop Snake. Gilbert Cannon, 50 became Ja Rule 2.0. Real's Reality in the building. Drix B, Andre Major, Hang Midtep in the building. Fishing Gold in the building. Simple. All Eyes on Me is more versatile and musically better than Reasonable Doubt. That's my man Simple. Salute. I respect that. Jesus is the Lord. Compare Machiavelli to Reasonable Doubt. Pac washes him. Thomas McKinney in the building. I think I said these names already. Who else? Brandon Heyman. He's just babbling. Alex Lopez in the building. Salute. Smuggy Carl. The impact Pac made on us will never be matched. Ever takes a certain person to do that. Smuggy Carl, salute that. Brandon Heyman, it took Jay-Z 10 years to achieve what Tupac, Biggie, and Nas already did. Salute to Brandon Heymans. Down to 15. Mr. Alfonso Thomas was in the building. What did he say? Jay-Z has been around since 1988. He always had to connect himself to other artists to get attention because Jay-Z uses other people to rap styles and flows. That's a discussion right there. That's a discussion right there, Mr. Alfonso. Let me repeat that. Jay-Z has been around since 1988. He always had to connect himself to other artists to get attention because Jay-Z uses other people rap styles and flows. Rashawn Diamond. Put to Live and Die in LA. Damn, I missed it. Salute to Rashawn Diamonds. Rebecca Towns. Hey, what you doing, Uncle? I don't know who that is. John Christine in the building. Nobody touching. I ain't seen you in a while. John Christine in the building. Nobody touching Pac's lyrical legacy. Michael Jackson is 6 inches big enough. Huh? Man, I don't know where these niggas be coming from with that shit. He said when 50 Cent said it was a short of like a book. He says like Tupac and Ja Rule wasn't lyrical. You can just feel his pain, which I don't agree with. Like Pac said a lot wasn't lyrical. I gotta really find that shit. If I find that shit, I'm going in on 50. Real talk. I gotta find that shit. So best believe I'm gonna be on my gangster. Oh I don't know who was on the live last night when I said Clark Kent is he probably be doing dancing the Tupac video like Terry Crews, the character Damon in Friday at the Next or whatever the shit is. And I did that. I made that video. I'm surprised nobody even responded to that shit, man. It's on my video short. That shit funny to me. I did that shit today, man. I was just like, I got Clark Kent face on Terry Crews dancing to How Do You Want It. But yeah, man, I'm about to get up out of here. Y'all see the shirt, man? You see the shirt? Tupac in the building. Tupac in the motherfucking building, man. So yeah, we about to, I'm about to go work on my my Vampire in Albany horror film. So yeah, man, I'ma holler at y'all, man. Salute.